Hello everyone, and finally the guide that you've all been waiting for is here. I received a lot of requests when I moved to Dubai. I was like overwhelmed with messages on LinkedIn. It was way too much and I wasn't expecting that much, come back at me. Okay, just a short background. I decided to move to Dubai in January 2023. Actually 2 months before, but I came in January 2023. The journey for me has been challenging, but the purpose of this video is obviously to guide you guys. I'm gonna share my personal experiences as well, but mostly this video is supposed to be a guide for you, because I often receive so many messages stating and asking different questions like, what's the salary range, how can we move, what's the visa process, do I need a passport, how do I get a passport, what does the job situation look like, will I get a job, is it hard finding a job, and all sorts of questions. So let's begin. I'm gonna do it in detail, in as much detail as possible. So this video is gonna be slightly long, but you can jump to sections. I'm gonna be explaining different things. Let's begin. So first off, whenever you are going to relocate, either to Dubai or anywhere, it's obvious that the first step is research. Do your research. I did mine. I'm going to share mine with you, but you still may need to do your own, okay? Because everyone's situation is different. Some people are moving just to support their family. Some are moving just to support themselves and grow. Some are moving for different purposes. So you'll have to research according to your circumstances. But what I can do is tell you how I did my research. I am someone who is like really the kind of person who wants to know the pros and cons before moving to any place or getting anything. If I'm gonna buy something, I want to know if I really need it. If it's really beneficial, then I'm gonna get it. So the same thing is with moving. I first did my research, and by research I mean, how am I going to move? The first is the mental. You have to prepare your mentality to move. Like, okay, I'm gonna leave this house, I'm gonna leave this room, and I'm gonna go to a new place. Okay, so how do I get there? Because most of the time we don't have the kind of support we have with our families. Most people don't have families in Dubai. They relocate alone or with one or two people, with friends, something like that. So research. For research, I would suggest you to start with, how are you going to get your passport? How are you going to get your visa? Do you have friends and families you can move in with, or you are going on your own? You will obviously need money, not just to relocate, but when you come to Dubai, you have to show a certain amount of money just to tell them that you can provide for yourself, just in case you don't have. Most people, what they do is that they come to Dubai on a tourist visa and they look for work, and when they do, they change their status into a work visa or a resident visa, as they call it. This is a whole other topic on how do you get the resident visa and the Emirates ID. If you want a video on that, let me know in the comments. I'll do a separate video on that, because that's a long topic. So for the research, back to it. List down everything. Start with writing down the pros and cons. Make a list, brainstorm. Okay, the pros are, you'll get a lot of money. Definitely, it's Dubai. You don't expect anything else. You're definitely going to be relocated to better your finances. Maybe you're looking to relocate just because the economy of Pakistan or any other country in which you are, it's not that good. State down the cons. We all know the weather of Dubai is very hot. So if you are someone who hates hot weather, you'll need to put that in cons, and things like that. Put in your financial, economical, and any other pros and cons that you might feel in that. After you're done with that, start writing down how much you can afford. What if you need to save more money? What if you have enough money and you can just start right away? What if you already have a passport, you just need a visa and you come? So things like that. Research. Research how, when you come here, like for example, if you're going to apply into a job of digital marketing or web development, something like that, research how many opportunities you have. Because even though Dubai is really in sync with the technology, but still there's so many scams. There are so many companies you can apply to. If you have some favorite companies, list them down, write them. This is part of your research, okay? You have to do it. list down the companies that you like, how you can apply for them, and there's another section linked to this. I'll be coming to it in a few bit, but list down that. For people who keep asking me if getting a job is easy, it depends on your effort, really. If you are able to work hard, you are able to apply dedicatedly, you can get a job. It's not a big deal. People work in all fields, and the top ones here are real estate agents or business development salespersons, content creators. The fourth ones are, I think they're the admins and HRs. Yeah, they're the admins and HRs. Since a lot of people in Dubai, they need assistance, so they hire a lot of assistants and administrative managers and things like that. So if you're a kind of guy who's good with managing, there's an opportunity for you. Okay, but Dubai is a place of opportunities. You'll get a job. Just work hard for it and plan how you're gonna move. If you are already in a job where you are, plan, okay, I'll give a notice period like here, and I'll do this, I'll do that, I'll raise the money from here, I'll save from here. The pros of my movement are this, the cons are that. Tackle the cons, look forward to the pros, move on. This is part of the research and the entire journey as well. You can write down the companies that you are going to research to get your passport, visa, your tickets, accommodation, everything. And the purpose of this sheet is also to track your expenses, because it can be overwhelming that you're spending and you kind of lost track of how much you spent just to come to Dubai. I'm a person who likes to keep bookkeeping. I want to know how much I spent, how much I saved. So I think everybody does, to be honest. So that's why I created this sheet. The purpose is to help you guys. I'm gonna show you how to use this, and this is a freebie. You guys can take it. I'll leave the link in the description, or in case of Instagram, you can DM me. I'll send you the sheet. In order to get a passport, obviously you have to go to the passport office, or you can apply it online. Now as of Pakistan, you can apply it online as well. There is a different fee structure for everything, urgent, and the number of pages and things. I'll leave the link. You can check whatever you like, but generally for a single person it's like 10 to 20,000 depending on what you choose, like what kind of passport you're looking for. And the time for the arrival, for the passport to come, is like 2 weeks to 1 month. Again, it totally depends if you ordered the urgent or the regular or whatever. By the way, make sure you guys share this video. All the helpful links that I mentioned in this video are in the description. Again, you can message me for your queries. Thank you for your time. In case of Pakistan, the offices are obviously in every city and their designated centers. You can go to your respective one. You'll just go, you'll apply for the passport. If you haven't already done online, I'm talking about going physically, you'll apply for it. You'll have to provide your documents, your photo, and some other legal things they'll do. Also, they'll also ask for the reason of your going, like a short interview. Just state them, be honest, just tell them I'm going to look for a job. And they don't usually bother too much about the whys and no's, but generally you just go, give the interview, give your pictures, the documents, passports, and you'll get it in the required time. If you have your passport by now, then you'll definitely be looking into the visa. The visa, okay, there are different types of visas in the UAE. There's the tourist visa, the resident visa, the freelance visa, and there are so many other visas, the golden 10-year golden visa, and there are about 6 more types. But generally the ones that we usually use, the expats as we are called, since we're from another country, we are called as expats. So we use generally the freelance visa or the tourist visa. The freelance visa, if you are able to get it, most welcome, you can get it. It's like you own yourself and you're like, I'm a freelancer, I have this job, I'm working, I have enough money to accommodate myself, and I'm gonna come on that. It's a 2-year visa. Same thing is with the tourist visa, but that's not of 2 years, that's like of 2 months. Sometimes the government of Dubai, it extends it to 3 months, but generally nowadays it's going on 2 months. So you can come here for 2 months, look for a job. Although this is illegal, but people from Pakistan do it a lot, and even India, Bangladesh, Nepal, and many other countries, many people, even from the Philippines, they do this. And they come on a tourist visa and they hunt for a job, and when they get it, they change their status to a work one. And although the transition sounds smooth, I'll be honest, it is hard, because companies know that the employee to be is in a state of need and they take benefit of that. So for that, again, there can be an entire other video. I can share you the tips on how you can not let your employer exploit you. Also, coming to this, I'm going to explain you some labor laws. I'll leave the link for the labor laws. You should read the labor laws. This is also a part of research, as I mentioned earlier. You should read the laws. We experts have laws here. We are not supposed to give our passports. Our employees are supposed to give us 1 month off after a year. We are supposed to do our probation rightly. They have to provide the tickets, and there's so many things like that. That's a whole other topic, but you should read the laws. That is for your safety and for you to get a good job as well, and so that your employer cannot exploit you. So coming back to the visa, we drifted off to another topic. The visa, you will get a tourist visa. The tourist visa is easy to get. You just have to again research, look for a good consultant. If you are able to apply online by yourself, it's okay, but it's better to have a consultant just so that they can handle the things, because most people from Pakistan are not they're not supported enough for the online process. If you can, it's good. I'm not wrong, there's nothing wrong in that, but get a consultant, research on consultants. Okay, the purpose of researching on consultants is that make sure they are valid, make sure they do not scam you, make sure they are authentic, and they provide you a visa for Dubai. Most people come here saying that we were able to get the visa for Abu Dhabi or Sharjah, but try for Dubai. Why? Because when you come here and when you are changing your status for the job, it is easier. You don't need to travel back to your home country when you are changing the status. If you have a visa for Dubai, in case of Abu Dhabi or Sharjah, you have to go back to Pakistan, they'll change your status, and then you'll come back again. So this saves time. Okay, so research on your consultant, and they will surely ask for some money as insurance, to ensure that you'll come back, even though they know that you're going for a job and you don't need a two-way ticket. But for the government, you'll have to do it. What you'll have to do is you'll have to have, I guess, 5,000 dirhams. You'll have to submit your documents, educational documents, your photos and ID, and also you'll have to book the tickets with the return ticket. You don't try to make a fake one. Please don't do that. Many people do that, they get stuck. Don't make fake tickets. Just don't do that. Book a real ticket, get a refund later, but do not book false tickets. That's wrong and that's illegal again. And the consultant will take the fee. You'll have your visa within 2 weeks. Yeah, within 2 weeks you'll have your visa. And the fee is it depends. It's around 30,000 to 50,000. This is a really huge range. The reason is that the time I was applying, it was 25,000, 29,000, 30,000. But the inflation rates in Pakistan keep on fluctuating, so the rates accordingly fluctuate. So that's why. Okay, but even other than that, for other countries around the world, the process is same. You can apply online. You'll have to submit this document. You'll have to ensure that you have enough money. You'll have to submit your ID. You'll have to book the tickets, and one more thing, you'll have to show them the accommodation. You'll have to show them where you are going. If you're coming to Dubai, do you have a friend, or you're going to book a hotel, or you have a family member? You'll have to tell them. Even at the airport, you'll have to show them, okay, my aunt lives here, so I'm going to go stay there. Okay, I have a hotel booking of 2 days, 3 days, any number of days, but I have a hotel booking and I'm going to go to my hotel. This is to ensure that you're not going to be out in the streets. Okay, moving on. Degrees. For the professionals coming here, I'm not going to talk about the people who come here in groups or for low labor work, with all respect, but for skilled professionals like someone from the IT or engineering or such fields, like technical fields, you will definitely need your degrees. Okay, and I'm talking about bachelor's specifically. Of course, you'll be doing the other ones, but bachelor's, and that should be attested. In case of Pakistan, these are attested from HEC, Higher Education Commission, MOFA, Ministry of Foreign Affairs, and the UAE embassy. All three of those attest your degree, that your degree is valid, and then you can, bring it here. Try to bring it here with you and don't do a parcel or something. And also, in some rare cases, when you come here, you get a job, they'll attest your degree from here again, but that is really rare. They don't do it often, but they do it. Okay, so just be prepared that when you come here, you'll have to attest your degree again from the UAE embassy. This is to ensure that the degrees you attested from Pakistan are truly valid, and the embassy here is acknowledging that yes, your degrees are valid, you are valid to work here, you really are a skilled professional, and your degrees are not fake, because most people do a fake degree thing as well apparently, which is so, I don't know, I don't want to say anything, but don't do that again. Okay, attest your degrees, make sure you have your degrees. I've seen people who had degrees but they didn't take the degrees out of their college or university or whatever. So have your degrees, have them attested. Again, the pricing for this would vary. If you can go into the HEC, MUFA and everything yourself, I think it would cost less, but that would be way too much troublesome for you. So hire a educational consultant, and the consultant would charge you around 30 to 40,000, again depending on the fluctuation rates and everything. I'm not sure how it is in other countries, but I would love to know how much the cost is. If you guys can share, please do. The next thing, obviously you're coming here for a job, right? There are many platforms, but the top two ones are LinkedIn, Indeed. There are others, but focus on two. I believe focusing on two would do much better rather than going around everywhere and trying to make everything happen. Focus on these two. These two are really, really good. Most people get their jobs from LinkedIn and Indeed. The process for both are simple, but the main thing that comes here is your portfolio or your CV, right? It is so nice to have a portfolio. Try your best to make a portfolio. You can make an Instagram page, you can make a Facebook page, you can make your own website if possible, which is the best case, to be honest, because everything is in your hands. You can showcase whatever you want for the clients that you have worked, everything, testimonials and stuff. A website is best to have, but if you cannot do that, at least make a Facebook page, Instagram page, use Portfolio Box, use Dribble, use Behance, use anything, but make sure that you are able to show your employer that you are a expert. Okay, how to crack interviews, how to do that, I'll make a separate video if you guys want me to. Okay, and moving back to portfolio, so make a strong portfolio. Employers want to see a strong portfolio, whether it's LinkedIn, Indeed, or you're gonna drop CVs or do whatever. Make a portfolio. Okay, LinkedIn and Indeed, they have their sections to make your portfolio. If you are truly active on LinkedIn, it is a really good way to showcase your portfolio as well. Upload the posts or images or videos or any other graphics, anything, videos, showcase them your work. Maintain your history properly, add a description, and a bonus tip, use those keywords. Don't think that I'm going to be adding something technical for you. A keyword is simply just what people are looking for. For example, I am looking for a social media manager. What I'll do, I'll go to LinkedIn or Indeed, I'll search social media manager. That's it. Social media marketer maybe. So use some common keywords, use them in your description, in your about, in your video, in your image, anywhere possible. Okay, all's done. Now it's time for the hotel. I mentioned earlier that you have to book a hotel. So booking a hotel has never been easier than going to agoda.com and booking. This is not sponsored, but they are really good. Okay, all you have to do is visit the website. I'll explain it. Visit the website, add whatever filters you like, and choose a hotel. They are pretty cheap. They have good discounts going on. You can book it just for one day. You don't need to do a week or 2 weeks. Just do one day. Okay, they're cheap. You don't have to pay anything upfront. Just book, choose book, and when you come here, when you land in Dubai, you can pay them. Like when I first came here, I paid 398 dirhams. I specifically remember because I was moving in with my husband, so we booked a deluxe suite. So you can imagine, and it was on a very crowded place. It was a very happening place. So moving into the main area with the cheap rates in a deluxe suite for 3 days, by the way, so that was really good. You can do the same for you. Just go to the website, choose book, and keep the receipt. When you come here, show them the receipt, pay the money, stay, enjoy your time. And while you are in your hotel, make sure to check Dubizzle. Dubizzle is like, Zameen.com, like we have in Pakistan. But in any other country, let me know what you guys have. Here it's Dubizzle. We have Bayut as well, but I think Dubizzle is a little better. You can go there, select your range, and book like anything. The living system here is again different. You have partitions, rooms, studios, 1 beds, 2 beds, things like that. If you want me to go in detail for that, let me know. I'll make a separate video. This is gonna get too long otherwise. But a partition is simply like small rooms. You even have bed spaces. For people who are alone, they have bed spaces or hostels. For people 1 or 2, you can do a partition. A partition is just simply a very small like it's like 200 square feet or even less. Like, it's a very small space. You can just fit a single bed in a small cupboard. It's for you. The room is something like it's a complete bedroom with an attached washroom, and the list goes on. The studio is like a complete studio, 1 BHK, 2 BHK, things like that. So the most important thing to come to Dubai, tickets. I personally prefer to get my own tickets. I do not like booking consultants for that, because there's a lot of scam for that. I like to go directly to the website of PA, Airblue, Emirates, whatever airline I'm choosing. I just go there, search the date, check a flight, book it, pay, that's it. But if you are someone who's not comfortable with that, or you have people to do it for you, please by all means do that. But make sure you trust them, make sure they do not scam you, make sure your money is safe when you pay them, and make sure your ticket is paid. Otherwise you will be stuck at the airport. This mishap happened to us, unfortunately, and that was really bad. That is why I don't use a consultant. I book my own tickets now. Done with the passport, done with the visa, done with everything, done with the tickets. Habibi, welcome to Dubai. When you land in Dubai, you can DM me for any questions that you might have, or if you have them before, you can ask me. Still, I'm available. Coming to Dubai has its own challenges, and while this place has a diversity of people, so much culture, so much light, and so much darkness at the same time, I can assure you that if you have your goals aligned, I'm sure it would benefit you. If you want me to make a video on the pros and cons of moving to Dubai and what Dubai is like, what the life here is like, let me know. I'll make a video on that. Okay, to wrap it up, just a quick wrap. Do your research, dedicate 2 hours per day, 1 hour per day, just to search which vendors or providers are you going to be using, which airline ticket are you going to be booking, what is your budget, what situation suit you, what accommodation will you be acquiring, how will you set your portfolio, how will you make your CV. For CVs, do add keywords. Even for profiles, do add keywords. That is a must, because the systems here require it. Okay, it's scary, but it's okay. And let me know if you have any more questions. I hope this video was helpful. I am also going to launch a small PDF just to have this with you whenever you want. You don't need to watch the 25-26 minutes video or whatever number of length this is gonna go again and again. You can have that guide with you, and I'm also leaving the Excel sheet with you guys so that you can plan, organize, and come here as easily, safely, and reliably as possible. So let me know how this was helpful for you. I'd love to hear your stories. Until then, live long and prosper.